How do you move from journalism to sneakers?
To sneakers. So, okay, before I went into journalism, because of hip hop forces you to like look at a culture as a whole. Because hip hop, everyone tells you it's a culture, it's a culture. And so we never, Tina, when we were growing up, when you said culture, we thought of amape shoe and your traditional clothes and all that. And only to find Uti, that's not culture. Those are traditions. And we've mixed it up, and now, I mean, even this day, people say we must wear our culture, or we must, and you're like, okay, but culture is actually what's happening now, how you living now, the language that you speak now. This is our culture. The way we mix languages, it's our culture. So, Maui hip hop, you adapt to the American culture of things, the clothing, the lingo, you know, and. So hip hop has also an emphasis on the clothing, and especially the sneakers. So you find within the hip hop culture, it's driven by basketball. Oh yes. So I grew up in Katlehong, Vele Sigqoka All-Star. Ultimately, you wanted to rock your All-Star. Yeah. And so when I bought my first All-Star, it was a white pair, and I always tell the story because it's the seed for where we are today. Yeah. And it was dusty. They were like now, literally, but we dust yonke and ngasigqoka mawuphuma ngaphandle sesingcolile and uqala uthola le information yasekasi ukuthi hayi kumele ufake impuphu ufake tissue ufake chalk yabona mawufuna ukuthi ingangcoli nami ngachuna writing zonke thatha chalk ngilone. You all did. But the curiosity in me was that, okay, but why create something freely, And later on, I started researching and I found out that it wasn't created for us. It's like, light bulb. It was created for babies with the concrete jungle because in Europe, it's all paved. In America, it's all paved streets. And Tina, they're not thinking about Themba Makamo, Dustini, So now I have to try and adapt what's not created for me and to my environment and make it work in my environment. So then that thing stayed with me. We must create things, that reflect who we are, that tell our own stories, that reflect our own environment. And that stayed with me. If anything, if I create something one day, it has to reflect who I am. It has to reflect my roots. And in everything that I did, I tried to incorporate my story, my life, and everything. So shoes were just so important. And I remember there were times where if I didn't have the right shoe, I didn't feel good, and I felt shoes mean a lot to people in terms of confidence, in terms of, umuntu makagcoke isicathulo the right shoe. There's something that never can change. Even me now, when the first time I ngigcoke All-Star, every time I would wear the shoe that I've always wanted, mangiphume endlini there's something about it. And I wanted to just tell that story through the shoe. And that's how we arrived here. We got to this moment.
I know you are definitely telling a story. These are so comfortable. So comfortable. I love these.
Thank you, man.
And I'm holding this red one because apparently this is the most sold or most popular.
Our biggest seller. Every time we have it, it sells out. It sells out all the time. Doesn't matter how many pairs we do, it sells out.
But size 5 really high. But oh my God, these are beautiful.
No, thank you.
These are